Namaskar. I'm Harpreet Kaur and welcome you all to our live and interactive session. This is our special session on DIKSHA. Well, DIKSHA, as you all know, it's a national repository of resources, but it contains much more than that. It is everything for everybody, be it for parents, teachers, students, teacher educators. But in this series, we're specifically focusing on what DIKSHA offers to our teachers. You are watching us live on PME Vidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. And today, the topic that we are taking up is use of DIKSHA for teacher preparation and continuous professional development of teachers and teacher educators at pre-service and in-service level. So we will be talking about the features of DIKSHA, what all it has and how affordable it is and where you can access it. So there are a lot of questions that our expert will be answering in the session today. If you have questions, if you want to speak to our expert, please feel free to get in touch with us. Our phone number is 8800440559. We also have a specific email ID for you that's right there on your screen. It is diksha.pmu@ciet.nic.in, and on our YouTube handle NCERT Official as well. You can send us your questions, suggestions and your feedback. There is going to be a demonstration as well. If there is anything that you are unable to understand or you want to clear it out, please feel free to get in touch with us. और अब मैं आप सबको introduce कराना चाहूँगी to our expert today, who will be throwing light on DIKSHA and what all it has for the pre-service teachers and in-service teachers. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Rejaul Karim Barbhuiya, Service Assistant Professor from CIET-NCERT, New Delhi. Sir, namaskar and very warm welcome to you.
Hello viewers. Thank you.
So sir, before you actually go into DIKSHA, you access the portal for all of us and you show us what all it has. I want to understand what is the importance of DIKSHA? What exactly it is and what kind of resources it has, because we are a country where there are diverse learners, teachers from every nook and corner, and of course speaking different languages and having the need and requirement for different kind of content. So what all we can explore in DIKSHA?
All right. Thank you, Harpreet, for this important question. Although the title itself is a bit lengthy and it speaks in detail about what DIKSHA is, but for our viewers, I'd like to simplify it. In one sentence, if you ask me what DIKSHA is the country's only e-learning platform for school education, where you get all the textbooks of all the educational boards, all the major educational boards, be it NCERT, be it NIOS or be it any other state or 36 state UT boards. Everybody has their contents and books available on the single platform. The other important aspect is DIKSHA platform also has, alongside these books, lots of courses.
Okay.
So together all these contents can be utilized and consumed by our teachers, teacher educators, parents and every other stakeholders of education for their continuous improvement, continuous growth. Yeah.
Right, and I'm sure that there are some very important focus areas of DIKSHA also. Now sir, how do we access DIKSHA and is it available free of cost? Is it available on the mobile as well? Please tell us about it.
All right, yeah. So DIKSHA as a portal as well as mobile app is freely accessible. Let me be clarified. You just need is to, if you have a browser and internet, you go to Google and you search, just enter the keyword DIKSHA, right. So, you go to Google and search DIKSHA, and so in the search the first result that you get is diksha.gov.in, right. So, this is the single largest portal. As I was talking about, it has NCERT, CBSE, NIOS and all the 36 state UTs. You name your state, your board and you have the content there, right.
And we have the content for teachers, teacher educators, students and parents as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as you can see, explore DIKSHA as student, teacher, parent, school heads and administrators. So, various kind of user categories have specific intended learning materials, resources to cater to their specific learning needs. And as you rightly asked, this is also available through our mobile apps. We have presence in both Android as well as iOS Play stores. What one needs is to download those apps on their mobile phone and then you can start accessing your contents on the platform.
We can use it even on the offline mode as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Once you have it, so you can download the content the way you do it in your OTT channels. So, you can download, keep a video or courses or video contents or a book ready, and on the go whenever you want to go through it, you can consume those contents. Yeah.
And so, do we need to register ourselves on Diksha?
Yes, because unless you register on the portal, as a portal it does not know who you are. So, if I have to serve you where from you left, so if you compare it with other, as I was giving example of OTT platforms, or for example YouTube. So they know that where you left yesterday, so that they can allow you to continue from there.
Right.
So, to give you that kind of services, we need you as a user, need to know you as a user where you are, and not only that, if you are whether you are a student, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a parent, so we have different kind of content. So, in order to serve you in a personalized way, we need to know you, and we need to track your progress, your learning progress, and show you in your profile, in your dashboards, in your leaderboard, vis-a-vis across the country in a specific course, for example, where you are, what is your ranking. So, in order to do all these things, we encourage our users to register themselves by giving very basic details like your name, your mobile number or email IDs. We will discuss more during our demonstrations. Yeah.
So, sir, now we request you kindly take us through Diksha, and we can have a demonstration as well.
All right, sure. So, what we are going to do first is, now we are going to take you through the web portal. So, as I was showing you, by searching Diksha, you land on this portal, and this portal, as I was showing you, it has contents of all the tenants that we call them, and then it has various focus areas, whether you call it adult education, education for all, you call about Nipun Bharat, E-Jadui Pitara, you talk about virtual labs, you talk about vocational education. So, Diksha has everything, right? And Diksha has a very detailed dashboard on the home page itself that takes you what is the usage and who are the users, how many contents are there, how many courses are there, and here is one single link through which you can scan and install the app, right. So, with this home page, once you go and try to log in yourselves by clicking on this login button on the top right. So, the login page gives you the option to log in by entering your ID and password, but if you are first time users, then you need to register here or register here by giving this data, basic data, like as you can see here, you need to give your name, your date of birth, what role you are going to play, whether you are going to register as a teacher, as a student, or any other role, your gender, and then either your mobile number or your email address, right. And then you get a OTP, you enter it, set a password, and then you are good to go. If you do not want to give even this data also, suppose you say I already have a Gmail account or I already have a Google account. So, we have integrated single sign on with Google also. So, you can still use your Google ID and you can sign in. Or suppose some of the states, as I will show you here, some of the states what they have done, states like Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan and UP, these states have their own dedicated teacher portal. So, wherein they are collecting various details about their teachers, and their teachers are required to register themselves, make an account on those state portals. So, if you are coming from one of those teachers, for example, if you are coming from Andhra Pradesh, so what you select is you select your state and you click on submit, and it takes you to your state portal, wherein you already know your ID and password, and you sign in, and by doing that you directly land into Diksha. So, this is the second way that you can come into Diksha. The third way can be the generic Meri Pehchan DigiLocker based single sign on that government is come out with. So, basically the purpose is to create various mechanisms through which user can seamlessly come and register themselves and go into the portal, right. So, I will show you here how I can go into with my Google account. So, I click on sign in with Google. So, by doing this, it shows that suppose this is my Gmail ID through which I am already registered on Gmail or on Google. So, I select it, and then it asks me, say that would you like to sign back into Diksha. I say continue, and then I am good to go. I come into Diksha portal, right. So, after landing onto the portal, this is the portal. So, here you can see is that I can go into the home page, I can see all these kind of contents categorized into different things. I can directly go into digital textbook as well, I can go into courses as well, I can see all the TV content that we see on PMA with the channels. Apart from that, what I can do is I can select my board or state from these drop downs here on the right, as you can see. So, I can select my board, I can select the medium in which I am
language.
I prefer to have content. I can select my class in which I want to see content. I can even select subjects. Say I say I am interested to learn mathematics. So, I get to see only the mathematics textbook of NCERT of grade 8. So, now I enter into it and then I get to see all the chapter by chapter contents. So, the first chapter is the rational number, this is the chapter, then I get to see some video contents related to that,
right,
and various other contents.
So, this content that is available on DIKSHA, is it strictly in alignment with NEP 2020?
Yeah, very much, because NCERT, as you know, and many of other states based on NEP 2020 and NCF, they are coming out with new textbooks. NCERT already has come out with the textbooks till grade 8 and we are also in the process of bringing out grade 9 to 12 textbooks pretty soon. So, as and when these new books are being published by NCERT, we are also bringing them into DIKSHA, and our old textbooks are wading out, and accordingly we are bringing in all the digital contents that are aligned to these books following the NEP 2020 philosophy, and then we are creating more and more contents, accumulating them and linking with our books.
Right. Okay.
So, taking forward the discussion as I was talking you. So, this is how I can go through a chapter on my book, any book I can browse. Suppose from NCERT I can select any other state and I can see, suppose I want to see how a Gujarat textbook looks like, right, or Haryana textbook looks like. So, I can quickly browse there, switch there. So, that is the power of this platform. From one single platform you can get access to kind of textbooks of the whole country.
Right.
So, the other aspect, the main focus of today's session is what I was saying is courses, right. As we are talking about the capacity building, continuous professional development of our teachers. So, here if you click on these DIKSHA courses that you see on the home page, if you click on it, it takes you to a learning management system of DIKSHA that we call as DIKSHA LMS. So, here what you get to see is that you get to see lots of courses. You click on adding, loading more, and then you get to see lots of courses that are made available on this portal. Now, you may say there are so many courses, how do I find it? You can sort the courses most relevant, highest rated, least duration courses, newly added courses, various ways you can filter. A detailed filter also is there. You can filter your courses by rating, or you can say a course, if it is aligned to specific class I would like to see, or you can also filter that I am interested to browse for a Hindi language course, a course which is available in Hindi language or any other language. What you can also do is that you can search whether a course has been published or made available by NCERT or any other state book. So, these are various ways in which you can filter the courses. Suppose I filter and I decide to go for example, this course. I like this course, so it has 4.8 rating. Suppose I decide to go for it. So, what I have to do is that I have to click on this course, and then what happens is that it gives me a brief information about the course, how it will look like, whether it has a active batch or not, when it starts, when it ends, till which date I can enroll, and then if it suits me, if it caters to my requirement, I can straight away confirm and enroll.
So, sir, you just mentioned till which date you can enroll. So, is there a time limit within which we need to enroll and complete the course?
Yeah. So, what happens is that every course has different kind of certain duration. There are some small duration courses, there are some longer duration courses, but each course will be offered in one after another batches. So, when we create a batch will be open for a certain amount of time for enrollment. Similarly, a batch will have certain duration. For example, a course which usually will take 4 weeks, we will keep it for say 6 weeks, keeping the fact that some learners may not be able to continuously do it because they may like to have some flexibility, they may like to do it whenever they have some time along with their schools and other schedules, right. So, that kind of flexibility we have tried to build in. But yes, once a batch ends, then we create another batch of the similar course. If the course is very popular and there are demands for such courses, so usually we try to create another batches for such
courses. And once the course gets completed, do we get some certificates also?
Yeah, very much, of course. Each course has a mandatory final exam or assessment, what you call is as post test, right. So, after going through all the modules, all the contents of a course, you have to appear for a final mandatory post test or final assessment, and there will be set criteria by the course creator. Suppose he or she sets is as 60% passing mark. So, if you attain that for a minimum set criteria, then you get a certificate for completing the course. And another important and interesting fact here is that your DIKSHA account you can directly link from your profile with DigiLocker as well.
Okay.
All right. So, if you link your profile with DigiLocker, then what happens is that whatever course you do, you can directly get into your DigiLocker profile itself. I will show you here.
Sure.
For example, if you see social, because I came here from here, I clicked on my profile page and I go on to DIKSHA profile, my personal profile page on DIKSHA. So, here I can see that what I have done. This is my personal information, these are my academic information, these are my learning passbooks. It shows me what all I have courses currently enrolled in, what is my progress, whether I have completed it or not, and there are DigiLocker, Apar, Facebook, LinkedIn. So, if you connect it with your Facebook account, then you can share your certificate with your friends or with your other social circles, saying that, hey, I have completed the course. But another important fact for our viewers to remember is that you need to complete your profile up to 100%.
Okay.
Means once you register onto the portal, you need to complete your profile in order to be able to enroll and consume the courses. Yeah.
And so one more thing, you were talking about some kind of flexibility that teachers can have while they are completing the course. What do you mean by that? It means that they can take a gap and again come back and complete the course?
Yeah, thank you again for asking this important question. Flexibility two ways. One is that each module need not be completed in a very strict time mode manner.
Okay.
So, you have the flexibility unless there is some live classes, it is part of the course, then you can do it any time of the day. You may have some time in the weekend, so you can do it, you may have some time in the morning, you can do that.
Okay.
So, that kind of flexibility. Besides that, the batches are slightly longer than what is required minimum time for a course. So, that way when you register on the course, you get little flexibility, even if you are unwell or there were some family function or for whatever reason you could not go through into the strict schedule of the course, that still gives you some flexibility, so that as per your convenience you can come into the portal and continue your learning.
Okay.
Yeah. So, continuing my discussion on the profile page, I was showing that you can connect it. Another important beauty you can see here is that it shows you that how much learning hours I have completed on each year. So, 25, 26, 26, 27, whatever, since whenever I have been using DIKSHA. So, every year how much time I have spent or how many total hours of courses I have done, that also gets accumulated into your learner profile, right. So, I will switch back from the profile and I will go to the DIKSHA courses. So, I was showing you that I decided to enroll in one such course called Yuba AI, right. So, I found it here and I enrolled it. What happens when I select and enroll a course? It goes into my learning. So, my learning is the area in the portal which shows your personal learning. It shows how many courses you have enrolled in, and for each course what is the status of your progress, how many courses you have completed and all this. Now, how actually a course looks like, if you enter into this, for example, this Yuba AI for all, which I have enrolled into myself. So, what happens is that it opens in detail. So, it shows you about the course and all this course outline that you call, and then you go into the actual lessons. So, in actual lessons there are say there is a pre-test, and then there are these, say for example, in this course 6 modules. So, the first module will have some contents, as you can see, some reading about the module, and then 4 small duration videos about the course, right. So, I can open each and every content in that module and I can consume, right.
Okay.
Now, if you see while watching a video content in the course first time, I cannot drag and move it forward. Even if I am in a hurry and I want to skip through, that we have stopped deliberately, right. Because we kind of want to enforce our viewers that they must mandatorily go through each and every video at least one time in the beginning. But once you have seen the video, again you come back to the portal for the same video, that time you are allowed to move forward. So, that restriction we have brought in mandatorily.
That's great.
Yeah.
And sir, we are left with very little time. I just want to ask you another important question. Can we access these courses through our mobile phones?
Yeah, obviously. That is a very interesting question and important one, because bulk of the users today come through mobile devices.
Yeah.
So, I would like to show, as you mentioned, although very less time, but I would like to quickly show our users that how we can use our mobile devices also. So, here I am sharing my mobile screen. So, if you see on my screen, there are 2 mobile apps. One is called DIKSHA on the top, and you see alongside is DIKSHA courses. I will come on DIKSHA courses later. First is DIKSHA. So, I will open the DIKSHA mobile app on my phone. So, this is the DIKSHA mobile app by default. Here you can go through and you can see, consume what you saw on the website, right. You can consume courses, textbooks, projects and all these contents, right. various kind of contents. Here is the QR code scanner as well on the home page, you see on the center, bottom center. You can open it and you can scan QR code on your physical book and you can come on the portal. But you see at the bottom on the right side, there is one called courses. So, if you click on it, it takes you to the course platform of DIKSHA. So, if you are a first time user, then by clicking that, it will ask you to install one more mobile app. Alright. So, that is how I have already kept 2 mobile app installed on my folder. So, if I click on this DIKSHA courses on the bottom now, it takes me to the mobile app, which is the course app, which is called DIKSHA LMS, right. So, so see, you have to have 2 mobile apps, but you have to register only once onto the main DIKSHA app. So, as you can see, since I was already registered on the DIKSHA app, it did not ask me again to log in. So, now I am here, so I can again go through whatever courses I have enrolled in, right, or I can explore, and on the bottom there are explore now courses. So, I can go on explore courses and I can keep on searching and exploring all the courses. I can again apply all the filters as you discussed. So, the approach is same. I just wanted to show our viewers that you can consume courses again on through mobile phone as well, right. So, whether you are mobile phone, then better is to have a mobile app installed, 2 mobile apps, DIKSHA and the DIKSHA courses. If you are coming through browser, then you can directly come to DIKSHA portal, create an account, register yourself, and then click on DIKSHA courses and you are good to go and browse and consume the courses. And you can enroll in more than 1 courses at a time as well. Yeah.
Right, sir. So, this is this way you can actually access DIKSHA on your mobile phone. It comes really handy. All you need is a stable internet connection.
True.
Of course, and smart device. Now, sir, are there any more features that we need to have, we need to know about DIKSHA? Because DIKSHA is a very important platform. It has something for everybody. Since you're focusing on teachers, in-service teachers and pre-service teachers, how important it is for them to access the courses on DIKSHA? I mean, how can they identify that this course is really relevant for their continuous professional development?
Wonderful. So, they can first of all browse, as I showed, using different filters and search most relevant courses for themselves. They can find courses in different languages as well, right. And they can, for example, if you look at the NISTA courses inside DIKSHA portal, you see NISTA for ECCE, NISTA for FL, and these kind of specific courses categorized. Another important feature I would like to show to my users on the desktop is that we have an AI feature called Ask DIKSHA.
Oh.
So, if you click on Ask DIKSHA, as I am showing with my cursor here, so it is a chatbot, an intelligent chatbot. It is integrated to it. So, you can ask any kind of question, but the responses will be very specific, contextualized to the NCERT textbook.
Okay.
So, if I ask what is pollination today, if I ask pollination, so which is a question in our science textbook, so it will give answer. It will give any like any other textbook, but the good thing is that it won't give a response which is just from the world of internet. It will give a response which is based on NCERT textbook. So, chances of accuracy and contextualness of the response is more. And not only that, it gives you the citation also, that from where it took the responses.
Okay.
So, if you click on that, on the right side your textbook chapter opens.
Right.
So, you know that from which chapter, which class book you got your responses. So, you can further continue your study as well. Yeah.
Right. And this is something which is of course accessible anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
So, it comes really handy. Apart from that, sir, how you think that teachers should encourage students and parents also to use DIKSHA? Because it will also make the job a bit easy, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, teacher must approach the students primarily through parents, parent groups. Lots of schools today have parent social groups and all this. So, teachers while studying a particular, teaching a particular topic in a day in the school, maybe probably if they find it interesting, they can find out a good quality content from DIKSHA, and then they can share the content links with their parent groups, and that is how probably something coming from their teachers, students feels like secure and confident, right?
Right.
So, that way teacher can directly engage with students through DIKSHA platform is what I believe.
Absolutely. And now, sir, very briefly, because we have hardly last minute left,
True.
is there anything that probably I have missed out on asking and that you would like to say to the teachers out
I
there?
mean, given the timeline, I believe we have covered most of the things. What I will say is that DIKSHA has lot many other things also. DIKSHA has various kind of contents right from preschool till grade 12. So, all you need is to go and explore DIKSHA. It has multilingual contents of all the state boards as well as national boards, as well as various courses. So, what you need is, and we are continuously bringing more and more
updating the
features
content
on DIKSHA. So, what you need is to continuously keep on exploring and keep on learning.
Absolutely, because the content is being updated, and we are now also more informed and updated thanks to our experts. So thank you so much, Dr. Rejaul, for your time and contribution to the session. Viewers, it was a special session which was on the use of DIKSHA for teacher preparation and continuous professional development of teachers and teacher educators at pre-service and in-service level. Hope you found it useful, and still you have queries, please make sure that you send your emails to us on the special email ID that we gave to you, which is diksha.pmu@ciet.nic.in. With this, it's a wrap. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, signing off. Namaskar.